Welcome to Purple Haze, previously written in 2001.
Never was a thug, just infatuated with guns. Never was a gangster till I graduated to one and got the rap of a villain, the weapon concealing. Took the image of a thug, captured a villain, willing to stick out my neck for respect if it meant life or death. Never lived to regret what I said. When you're me, people just wanna see if it's true, if it's you. What you say in your rap, what you do, so they feel it's part of your obligation to fulfill. When they see you on the streets, face to face, and you're for real. The confrontation ain't no conversation. If you feel you're in violation, any hesitation to get you killed. If you feel it, kill it. You conceal it, reveal it. Being reasonable to leave it full of bullets. Pull it, squeeze it till it's empty. Tempt me, push me, pussies. I need a good reason to give this trigger a good squeeze.
I'm a soldier. These shoulders hold up so much they won't budge. I'll never fall or fold up. I'm a soldier. Even if my collarbones crush or crumble, I will never slip or stumble. I'm a soldier. These shoulders hold up so much they won't budge. I'll never fall or fold up. I'm a soldier. Even if my collarbones crush or crumble, I will never stumble.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to AWF Love and War, the second one. Live this time, it's from the States, from Las Vegas, Nevada, the home of the Aces. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here. It's me and Agent K. You just saw the match card. Boy, I'm blitzed than a motherfucker, higher than a motherfucker, and I'm ready for a good matchup. And K, this is a steel cage match between Avery and Ronda Rousey. UFC rules, a first of its kind in the AWF. Now, what does that mean? Don't overthink UFC rules. It might sound intimidating to the outside view. All it means is that it's a steel cage match. All normal wrestling rules still apply. You can do all your holds, your suplexes, so on and so forth. But you cannot win the match via escape. So, asking the ref to, hey, let me out, or climbing out does nothing but forfeit the damn match. You must pin or submit your opponent.
Yeah.
No, excuse me. You must submit your opponent.
Just imagine if Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson asked the referee to open the octagon while he was whooping Ray Borg. Not gonna happen. Like my partner said, this is UFC rules, a first in AWF's history, and it befits both women completely. This feud has quickly, Agent A, boiled into something very violent, very vicious, with so much vitriol between these two skilled athletes.
Ronda Rousey is scary, and there is a problem with her.
Oh my God, I
wouldn't say a problem with her, but just look at her. Look at the intensity she is walking down to this ring. Rousey is back into combat sports. The AWF, this steel cage match is just one step along the way. Rousey is getting ready for another cage match, or to return to the cage, so to say, in a few months from now on a big scale. So this for Avery, Rousey probably just looks at this as another stepping stone on that road. But for Avery, she's truly trying to prove she is better than Rousey. Again, they can do all the normal wrestling stuff, but the only way to win is via submission. Pinfalls don't count, and neither does escape from the cage. The bell has sounded, and we start with a tight lockup and a nice guillotine choke from Avery. But Rousey flips back up. We're going to see maybe a different style of wrestling from these two ladies. Again, it's a submission match. It's a submission match without escapes in the cage. And it's not the craziest thing in the world. But, again, here now. Avery, maybe I was going to say that. Oh my, how in Rousey? Usually that takes Avery's opponents down. That final shot was stiff to the jaw. She still stepped 10 toes. Avery had to throw her in her corner to get her down on her knees.
Well, it's a familiar setting, this steel cage, almost like a dog kennel shape, but it's a little bit different, Asian A, because and you see the nice suplex there almost. It's a little bit different because the UFC does not really encourage you using the cage as a weapon, but in this situation, all bets are off. Like my partner said, you can ram your opponent's head into the steel cage. You can toss them against it. Do whatever you need to, as long as you get that submission victory. And Ronda Rousey now working on the arm. We know that she loves that patented armbar. Avery, her weapon of choice might be the guillotine choke for tonight.
Here now, Avery. Of course, she is a girl who is UFC bred first, mixed martial arts bred first. She one half of Team Americanada. I've tried to ask her about that again, and so when she says that her and Mamba Ann are like SpongeBob and Sandy, and in the sense that, you know, she's just, in the sense that, you know, SpongeBob was Sandy's guide to the undersea world and such. So, you know,
I got you. In the sense that SpongeBob was an idiot and Sandy was a karate champion. Gotcha. Makes sense.
And Mamba Ann is also a 10-time world champion. So
That doesn't.
what an idiot to learn from. Here now, wrap around. That's a choke slam. And back up. Now with a tight lockup shot to the low section. Ronda Rousey. No woman has gained advantage so far, but it looks like Rousey is looking to take that title. Avery is down, out.
And she calls that the Piper's Pit after the namesake of Ronda Rousey herself, Roddy Piper, who she's taken so much inspiration from. And both Ronda and Roddy are violent and they love a fight, and you're watching it right now.
And she's just standing over Avery like she is watching food on a plate that she can't wait to tear apart.
And I'll be surprised if Avery's not in the cast by this night.
Avery, the tight lockup. Avery, despite Rousey's first spree of offense, pops up Hurricane Ronda.
Rousey
can't do that. And Avery's
arm and wonders how fast it'll take to break it.
No!
Oh, here we go. Judo takedown, and the armbar in the middle of the cage.
Avery reeling. And Kay, this is the fear. I mean, we're in a cage. There's no rope breaks. There's none of that.
Nowhere to go. And that's the thing about the Ultimate Fighting Championship, the UFC. Once you get that submission locked in, there's no toying around with it.
Oh, back suplex.
Most people tap instantly because if it's not a tap, it's a snap.
Yeah. Right now, these two ladies fighting through all hellfire
Avery
and
now.
brimstone. Avery. Down goes Rousey. Slow to the feet. And Rousey looks a little bit dazed right now as Avery, again this time. Oh! Pump handle Olympic slam. Newton is just there. Of course, he can't open the door for neither of these ladies. He is just there to watch the submission from either one of these two, as they're a backbreaker to Rousey. And Avery wants Rousey to get back up, not giving her any leeway. Here, more chops, issuing a flurry of them. Here now.
And Avery, training with American Top Team in her heyday. One of the only female recruits there. Of course, she worked on her amateur wrestling, her folk style wrestling. Is a accomplished grappler, but I don't know how that grappling...
Avery playing to the crowd too much instead of attacking Rousey, I think.
How that grappling chalks up against the Olympic gold medal.
No, again, she can't escape.
She
can't escape.
Oh
that
my God!
Moonsault.
You don't see that in the octagon. Not unless you're Justin Gates and you just want a match. That is a moonsault.
And Avery high over the shoulders. F5. That's an F5. Rousey's down.
Looks like Avery has Rousey beat in the professional wrestling sense. You don't have to throw a right hook or a knee just for it to hurt.
And they're now down.
And Rousey with a kick to the small of the back.
Rousey.
In an interesting bout between two women who could have been friends. Once again, Avery, before the turn of events, would have
and there's that guillotine. There's that guillotine.
Would have told you up and down each and every hallway that Rousey was the reason why she became a women's champion in the UFC.
Look at that flush right there to her hand, and there, Rousey using some of the wrestling aspect of this matchup.
The way Ronda is able to just lift the weight with her so easily. I mean, she understands her center of gravity as a judoka. That's what that sport is all about.
Oh, that's a nice shot to the face. And one half of Team America Canada has a knee to the face right now.
It's not looking good for Avery. I don't know who this setting befits more, isn't it? Truly. You saw that jab from Rousey got caught with the guillotine instead. And a shot to the liver by Rousey. She's never been known as the most accomplished striker. And that's one of the reasons why she suffered that fateful loss against Holly Holm.
And there now. Alright, and there's a nice elbow swing
for the UFC
clothesline.
Bantamweight Championship.
Uh-oh. And here's a back suplex. What a way from Avery to duck and dodge. But still playing to the crowd, not attacking Rousey. I think that could be a dire mistake, Kay.
It is. Ronda Rousey is not the kind of woman
There, that swing.
who takes
Miss.
disrespect.
But there, Avery firing back up. A right hand. Rousey is trying to lock in that arm bar. Avery is trying to strike and get control. Nice again. Wrap around.
Once again, it's a suplex from Avery. Ronda on the back of her head.
And here's Avery again looking for the submission. The Dragon Sleeper. With this, she's going to be able to roll up and get out of that. Knees to the face. Nice way to stop
Ronda
Rousey's
with a
clothesline.
And Avery with a couple of left hands
Off the ropes. And then a knee to the face. Rousey looking to knocked Woozy in there into an ankle lock.
Ankle lock. Avery has had the tally on submissions attempted in this matchup. If we're keeping score like the UFC, I think Avery would be up on points. But
They're out of the way.
scores don't matter once you've gotten knocked out or tapped out. And Ronda Rousey has the greatest finish in UFC history when you're talking about the bantamweight division. Around about 8 seconds of flying armbar.
Continues Avery to hit Rousey with these suplexes. But Rousey, like a tank, keeps getting back up and is trying to find her offense. Avery ducks out of the way of the clothesline. Good work from there. Rousey catches her. Right hand. Here live from Las Vegas, Avery has Rousey up with a back suplex! And continuing now to try and go back and get the tap out. She rolls right and gets an ankle lock. Avery can't put Rousey away. She throws all of Avery's weight aside. Gets back to her feet. There's a right hand.
And now they're going to trade blows. This is anyone's game. Striking is not their predominant style in the octagon, Asian A. But both these women have heavy hands and they know how to throw them.
And here a little bit of boxing now as Rousey and Avery. Oh, it's Rousey getting the better of that. She wins it with an enziguri.
Ronda, like a charging bull. What she got in store.
Here she
Here we
comes.
go. Oh, and a big forearm to the mush.
Now Avery still trying to wait until she's back to her feet. But no. Rousey,
Here
no.
we go. Here we go.
Rousey!
Here we go. It's the armbar. It's the armbar applied. And Avery. Finding a way to roll out.
Not submitting just yet. She's back to her feet. She's on her knee first. Back to her feet now.
Had the open guard. Couple of ground and pound shots. And now
The
she gets the guillotine
guillotine.
herself. Flying guillotine to tap Ronda Rousey out. You've seen the guillotine of the UFC win and defend championships. John Jones and Lyoto Machida comes to mind.
Off the ropes, no, gets sent back with a pop to the
The
face.
guillotine can be a truly devastating
No!
position.
No, this can be it! This can be it!
So can the armbar. Rousey trying to snap the freaking arm of
And
Avery.
in 3 seconds, Avery
She does.
submits! Ronda Rousey has beaten Avery.
Oh, good God.
Fair, clean, and square.
And in the octagon, it is hard to find a woman who truly deserves the title queen. But damn it, if it isn't Rowdy Ronda Rousey, the baddest woman on the planet. And tonight, she was the badder woman.
And again, what a matchup, Rousey with the victory, and we have more AWF Love and War up next. What a way to start off the night, a first ever UFC Cage Match. See how it ended. Rousey victorious. Would you have had it any other way? I know a few people have. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to AWF Chaos, the second match of the night. We have Goulash versus Kenneth Killgore, and well, we've been going around, trying to get a word on this. Is it a new Goulash? Is it Goulash? Is this actually Goulash we're about to see?
I don't understand your theories. I just don't, Agent. I don't know what this insistence on this newer Goulash. I don't know this attempt to create drama here in the AWF. But the way I see it, Kenneth Killgore nearly got torn to shreds by Goulash, and he was lucky there was only 10 minutes in that Proving Ground matchup, because had it been a no time limit matchup traditionally, like how it is in the AWF, I think this match would have been for a rematch clause. And Goulash would have been walking down the aisle with the Renegade Championship around his waist. That's how I see it.
Well, here comes Goulash to the ring. Here at AWF Love and War, you see, if you're wondering why the stage looks the way it does, you have our new owners to thank for that. Becky Lynch saw that we had a lot of unallotted funds that were just sitting around, and so
they do love their splendor.
She decided to just,
fancy up the investing and trading stocks and being good business people.
I think Miss B did all of that, and she's in TIF now.
You know what,
Goulash.
Right. I would never rely on a professional wrestler to be a good business person, because if they were, they wouldn't be a professional wrestler in the first place.
Here comes the 5-star classic, Kenneth Killgore, as Goulash awaits. No Angela. Very intriguing. But there's the 5-star classic, and wait, K.
Oh, this is interesting.
He has friends, Angela and Mamba N of AK-170, linking up and back together again for this matchup of Kenneth Killgore's Renegade Championship defense. My goodness.
Now, Mamba Ant is in the story here. Angela is. I wonder what Goulash feels about what he's watching right now. Because, he can't blame Angela, but like we've been saying on commentary, AK-170, or at least Mamba Ant has, because I'm not sure about Kenneth Killgore, virtually abandoned Angela. They virtually, they haven't been seen around her. They didn't want to be seen around her. I don't know why. If you want to have my theories, I think that they think Angela's a loose cannon. They think that she's no good for their quote-unquote brand. I know Kenneth Killgore doesn't feel that way once again, but Mamba Ant seems like that kind of guy. I don't know.
We are here now. It's Kenneth Killgore versus Goulash. I don't know, man.
Our broadcast partner just put that in quotations, and for the life of me,
I did, because Goulash never had dreadlocks, and now I'm looking at him full. He looks Jamaican.
Sometimes even a monster needs a fade. Sometimes even a monster needs
His hair isn't thick enough to do all of that.
I didn't know.
But love of God, he's wearing gloves now. He heard me call out the fact that he.
I didn't know you were so adept on 4C type hair, Agent A. All right, I've been around my fair share of queens. I know how it is. Sometimes.
Were they white queens? Because Goulash is green. Goulash is a zombie. Goulash wasn't a black man in life.
Listen, I love women of all creeds and colors. Okay. Agent K is a universal lover. And what I have
Goulash with dreads and Kenneth Killgore are getting ready to face off for the Renegade Championship. Dear Lord Killgore, please save us from whoever the hell that is under this mask.
That is Goulash, and Kenneth Killgore ready to be praying to the Lord to save him from Goulash.
All right, here we are.
Here we go. Renegade Championship on the line.
AK-170 back again.
Goulash, no quotations, won the opportunity for this in the Proving Ground matchup where he outlasted Killgore for 10
What a nice
freaking minutes. Suplex. Killgore's going to go to work here. Of course, AK-170 reuniting. I'll put that in quotations because I don't know what Mamba Ant's, his true intentions are.
Mamba Ant is in the main event today later. The World Heavyweight Championship.
That makes sense. He wants
BLITZ.
Killgore to play spoiler maybe. He's doing a favor for a favor.
Here now. It is
Killgore.
going to be Killgore taking this matchup over. People have claimed the 5-star classic is one of the pillars of the AWF, and I would say that this form we've seen him in recently is the best we've ever seen him in. Now he's going to go off the ropes. And now
let's drop down by Goulash. Leapfrog. He's getting some athleticism.
Goodness gracious.
It looks like.
Down and hooks the leg. Goulash won. And Goulash, if this is really Goulash, now, what if Goulash did all of a sudden get thick hair and
all these filters,
dreadlocks?
All these asterisks.
Again, point is, Goulash is a former Renegade champion himself. Also a former Actions Hardcore champion. Whoa. Goulash back to his feet, just kipped up.
Killgore with the nice hatch suplex. Reminiscent of BLITZ, Carl Gotch. Killgore, a nice crossbody. Him being a wrestling historian has access to hundreds
Now, spinning toe hold.
of years of wrestling history.
Spinning toe hold and could make Goulash tap on ringside area as Angela talks her hot. I mean, if this is Goulash, I do feel bad for him. I do, again, if that's a big if. I'm just saying again, this guy just doesn't look like damn Goulash. Wait, here's Angela. Here's Angela. Get involved.
Agent A. If this is Goulash, I feel bad for him.
That's a nice arm drag. Right there. We saw Goulash, the real one, with the real Angela, or the last Chaos.
Right? Now we're seeing the real one without Angela, because she decided to turn her back.
Right. Here now.
Way to kick
Damn
a
it,
monster.
the costume doesn't it look like some shit you get out of Spirit Halloween? As Killgore lines up, this could be the J Driller, no.
Costume, you mean his wrestling gear? Maybe he's done his look. You can't help it, that looks a bit cheap.
And that's Goulash.
Exposed turnbuckle.
Goulash using the exposed turnbuckle that Angela put there.
Maybe she's a double agent. Maybe she's secretly working for Goulash.
And there goes Killgore. Damage is already done. Down he goes. And now Newton trying to get back over there to fix the turnbuckle pad, but Goulash seems to be apt at using it as a weapon as of right now. He drags Killgore to the opposite side. Killgore one smash against the turnbuckle, gets the second one stopped, and floors Goulash against it instead. Try for a right hand, and now maybe comes the worry because Goulash has looked a little bit even foot for Killgore, and this is a Renegade Championship matchup.
Spear by Killgore!
There goes my luck, my worries in one big spear, but Newton dealing with the turnbuckles could be late. Two, and there, a kick out.
Once again, Kenneth Killgore as the Renegade Champion, like you said.
Almost tried an Emerald Bomb, a Crimson Bomb. Instead, Goulash. Oh my goodness.
Look at Goulash. Ridiculous agility for a man his size. And it looks like Angela not being. What's it for? I don't.
Line darting Kenneth Killgore right in to the middle turnbuckle pad. You know exactly what the is for.
He's doing it solo dolo as Goulash. I'm proud of the man. Oh, a nice dragon suplex with a bridge for the Renegade title and Killgore.
Say it again. You've never seen Goulash move like that. I'm just saying, might be a specific reason for that. Just saying.
Wrestlers learn new moves.
Nice snap suplex.
Fork, fun, and kitchen. More at 8.
Another one. He's gonna hook up. And goodness, that's a nice snap down, kick out, no.
3 amigos. I bet Goulash doesn't even have 3 amigos. He had 1 amigo, but that amigo left him for 2 other amigos.
Yeah. Now back and forth these two go.
Goulash working on the shoulder of Killgore. And now Killgore doing the same. Trading arm wrenches.
Tried for an attitude adjustment not to be. And no, that's going to be a guillotine. Guillotine choke. And Goulash.
Look at the strength of the
Killgore.
Terminator.
He just hulked up and just saw Angela there try to grab at Goulash's legs. And with the 5-star classic.
Here we go.
Chucking up Goulash over the shoulders and now down to 1. No. Kick out.
And it looks like everything that Killgore and Goulash have done to each other has not had much effect on their chances of winning.
And now Goulash.
Oh my god, what a back elbow from Goulash.
And here it's Angela yelling at Goulash and these two facing off. And that's one German. Doesn't Goulash usually just look like he's just saying blah blah blah? He looks like he was saying more than blah 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 there, don't you think? Here now turns him inside out with that clothesline.
You're a lip reader now. Okay, let's add that to the tally of Agent A skills. Professional wrestler, lip reader. Got it.
Thank you. Don't forget baseball player, basketball player.
Whatever you say.
And, oh my goodness, Kenneth Killgore. They're using that ropes as a weapon. Ever so is Goulash. And the esophagus of Killgore. There's a power bomb. Could go for a cover, no, but Killgore, that rope usage still hindering him. He hasn't found his feet yet, and now it's Mamba Ant.
What the hell is Mamba Ant doing? I'm not sure if Kenneth Killgore wanted them to be this involved in this matchup.
Just like old times, is it not?
It is just like old times, and I remember in old times, Kenneth Killgore had enough of AK-170, and it might just happen again. One night reunion. Look at Killgore now.
Popped right back up to his feet.
And a big drop kick to the head.
And Goulash had no response for that. The 5-star classic firing up with what some could call the moves of doom.
Here we go. It's going to be a Goulash-sized J Driller, no. With a boot right to the stomach.
And now, whoa!
Oh,
Hey, look at this!
Hey, look at
Angela!
Whoa!
Goulash throwing Angela back into the ring. Not where either of them are supposed to be. Dear Lord Almighty. Angela, back in goes Goulash.
This is Kenneth Killgore's matchup.
And Angela was just thrown into the ring by Goulash for a second. And a double axe handle. Goulash is terrorizing Mamba and Angela for the time being. Kenneth Killgore trying to save his old buddies. There, and a Russian leg sweep.
Well, you say save. I think he's more worried about defending the Renegade Championship. His old buddies are butting in to his match.
How is it their fault that Goulash attacked them?
Huh. That's how you want to play that, sure.
Now Goulash, Angela again doing some trickery with the turnbuckle padding. And Goulash again is getting angered, annoyed, enamored. And Mamba Ant gets a right hand for no reason other than Goulash wanted to do this. Oh my goodness, he's competing later. And a wicked chop. Killgore, oh wait, no, not like this, Please, not like this. Please, not like this. Killgore.
And if it happens like this, Agent A, guess whose fault it's gonna be?
Then Angela, save it in. This is not a beautiful. And
now Angela's thrown out. Yes.
Angela getting taken out of Dodge after putting hands on Goulash. That was a stiff right hand, of course, because it's Goulash. But ever so she did butt in.
How about we throw the 10-time world champion out too for good measure? Let Killgore wrestle his own damn match.
Here now, Killgore getting chucked into the ring. Goulash, there's a right hand to the face. Slaps Ray. Lock up. Thrown aside. Oh my goodness.
Exposed turnbuckle to tell you everything you need to know about Angela's presence in this matchup.
Down cover goes one. You will respect the women's Renegade champion and former women's world champion.
You want me to respect a friend betrayer? You want me to respect a woman who had somebody who
Killgore.
was there by their side but decided to turn them?
Oh my goodness. And then kill Goulash right back. Spear.
As she won a championship? That's what you want me to respect?
A spear to Kenneth Killgore. Goulash picking up the downed 5-star classic.
Here we go. Up to the top rope. If Goulash hits this, it might be over.
The hell is this?
Because all the mass,
all
the velocity.
Oh no.
Oh my god. Is this? Oh, that is Killgore's Crimson Bomb off the middle rope for the Renegade title.
1, 2.
Oh, and Killgore kicks out of his own damn move. Renegade Championship still up for grabs.
Dreadlosh glides out the ring and throws in. And oh no.
Dreadlosh. We're not coining that.
We don't have to do a damn thing. I am. Then no, it's Dreadlosh with a kick.
Oh my god.
To Killgore and no and dear almighty, Killgore wrap around and throws him into the corner. After the mishap, and this could be lights out. Goulash up and lined up for
go. Killer Instinct.
Is this it? Cover for the win. 1, 2, and not 3.
That's not Goulash. That's a lot like Goulash to me, and he's tough as Goulash.
And Newton trying to get Ant and get him the hell out of it. What did Ant do? He was.
You did not seriously just ask that question. Kenneth Killgore waiting for the referee's attention.
Guys that were got. Oh!
He just threw his body at him.
Cover. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, and Killgore with the win after that unorthodox offense. What the hell? Killer Instinct spear with a swanton bomb off the top. Killgore throwing all 250 plus pounds of him. Look at this. Oh!
Oh, contact, everything. And what?
Might have knocked Goulash out.
1, 2, and good night ball.
It was a hectic match, but Killgore still found a through line and retained the Renegade Championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a matchup that was, and that is it for Kenneth Killgore. Dreadlosh gets washed off,
Oh my god.
and Kenneth Killgore is still our Renegade Champion. We have more AWF Love and War coming on up next. It is the Triple Crown title matchup. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to AWF Chaos Live. I'm from Las Vegas, baby. We from Las Vegas today for the show. I'm not from Vegas. Dear Lord, K, take it away.
We have women's championship action coming up. It is the feisty, it is the driven Nahir Robles versus the dominant champion Queen Spears. And this promises to be a decent matchup. More than decent. I don't know why I said decent. It promises to be a great matchup. And for Robles, who has popped into the scene in the AWF and become a fan favorite amongst the AWF faithful, this is, I think, her best shot yet. She was involved with Amanda Storm and Avery in that women's championship feud, but she never really got the chance to strike at the title in the way she wanted to, like an arrow, just direct. But she has it now. A one-on-one matchup with the reigning queen, the reigning women's champion, Queen Spears. But Queen Spears, Agent A, is not intent on letting that title go. So, movable object means unstoppable force. Something has got to give in this matchup.
And you might see exactly what does give. It's Nahir Robles takes on and she embraces this Las Vegas crowd. Queen, await her arrival.
Puerto Rican princess is loved everywhere she goes. La chica de hola hola. Just to name a few of her nicknames. She's a great young lady, isn't Nahir Robles? She's entertaining, she's charismatic, and that's why a lot of people love her. A lot of people love Queen Spears too. The stories of Robles and Spears are not too different.
No, they are. The only difference is Spears doesn't like people. Often and so, Spears is the one in the club that folks are trying to hit on, and she spends half of her night
and then she hits them.
Either that or looking at their attempts in disgust, because she actually hears a lot of insane shit. As the queen walks to the ring, crown, hold and toe, the wand, the belt, and Newton, dear Lord, are always the AWF refs showing they've always shown her the respect. Since the damn first day she came here, they've been giving her this royal treatment, and continue on and so.
I'm glad they showed her courtesy and the respect that she deserves, especially since she has that around her waist and that on her head.
And we are now AWF Love and War. And there it is. The Women's World Championship. Nahir Robles, as we have mentioned, Kay, a lady of the indie scenes, the Puerto Rican princess, who is well established in the PWI top women's wrestlers on the planet, not just the states, on the planet, is very well acquainted with Championship Gold, but has not been acquainted with Championship Gold in the Actions Wrestling Federation.
I gotta mention, Nahir Robles' people, Puerto Rico, they are up right now. Alright, they are up. You just saw Bad Bunny perform at the Super Bowl. Alright? So, that's one grand gesture that the island of Puerto Rico has. Can Nahir Robles bring the chip back home? We're going to see.
Here we are now. The bell getting ready to sound on this Women's World Championship matchup. Nahir Robles, beautiful, and she brave, bold, and beautiful. And now up against Queen Spears. The tight lockup.
It should be the best. That's the most important B, I think. Agent A. Can she be the best in this matchup, the better woman? A nice shot to Queen Spears. Both these women are not the most, technically savvy, if we were to use that term. Not to say that they can't
discredit Queen Spears' technical game. She's practically, she's a powerhouse. Yes, she always has.
Well,
But,
I'm not discrediting it at all. I'm just saying that these two women fit the distinction of brawlers more. I expect to see more of a straight out fight between these two women for the women's championship. Not to say that's not going to be entertaining as all hell, as we're seeing Queen Spears work over in Nahir Robles.
Work on the arms.
Here we go.
And now Spears, an overhead belly to belly.
Queen Spears is just a freaking powerhouse, isn't she? I mean, just when you think that her strength has an upper cap and a limit, she goes above and beyond.
And Spears going to work,
Once
making
again on
maybe
the arm.
targeting a specific body part now. Again, Kay might not think of Spears as a submission specialist or so, but I do think she is maybe one of, if not the best submission women's wrestler in that locker room. And I mean, it's hard pressed to find a better one. There, straps it down again.
Well, I think of Queen Spears as a walking nuclear weapon, quite frankly, and Nahir Robles might find that out sooner rather than later. But Robles is a tough cookie in her own right.
A tight lockup. Spears is going to get hoisted over the shoulders. Nahir Robles walking Spears
look at this.
to the side. And
no.
Queen Spears, knowing what's at stake here, she escapes out the power. Oh, no.
Here we go. Big German suplex. He holds on to the waist lock. And another one. Robles is going to Suplex City on the concrete floor. Not what the Puerto Rican princess wants in the early goings of this matchup, Agent A.
That's what the hell she got. And Spears is the one to get her back to her feet and throw her to the side. 20 count is in effect on AWF programming, on Actions Wrestling programmings. And there you see Robles down, out. Oh, goodness!
Oh, big elbow drop off the top.
Not sure who got the worst of it, but Queen Spears is the one still flying and still in the driver's seat of this match. Robles
And it's
down
a
an
trio
elbow.
of elbows. Once again, tried the knee, and Robles is out of the way.
And you see Spears hopping on the knee that she fell on, and she was able to get out of the suplex position. Shot to the back of the legs.
Spears has been surprisingly surgical in this matchup. She usually overwhelms her opponents with her dominant force, but Nahir Robles, I mean, like we mentioned, she packed on a bit of muscle herself. The woman is jacked. So I'm not sure if that strategy for Queen Spears can work anymore against someone who can match her in strength and in athleticism, like Nahir Robles can.
Going down, and Nahir is picking on the legs. Spears working on the arms, Nahir working on the legs. As on that ringside area, the count is at 8. If this was most companies around this country, we'd be getting ready for this match to be over. But right now, these ladies still have more time to beat the hell out of one another. And it's Nahir being the lady to take advantage of that time frame. And still to the same leg of Spears. Hasn't diverged. She targets one leg.
Well, think about it. If Spears can't run, she can't spear, and that's her patented maneuver. She might have to try something else, and that's one less thing for Nahir Robles to worry about. La Chica is
still yet to go back into the ring.
Into the steel steps, into the steel
count at
barricade.
17. It's going to be 16.
And this might break the count. Just some
17.
extra damage.
We're going to go to
Robles.
18.
Oh, flying over the steel steps. I think her head might have hit the back.
And
or at least the bottom.
And now Queen Spears, after all of that, Spears fighting back just a bit, throwing Nahir aside.
Referee's first count is at 4. Both women in the ring. Finally, after that brawl on the outside. And now Robles has the advantage. Lighting up Queen Spears like a Christmas tree. Points at her and says, I want the women's championship. It may be in her grasp. In the following moments, but Spears fighting back with a forearm.
Now final. Spear
There we go.
it. Now it doesn't get the spear.
She fired it up too quickly, and I wonder if that had to do with the leg. And yes, Nahir Robles still targeting the leg.
Spears fighting out slowly. That same leg as you see now. Queen Spears is hobbling. Oh, she was able to get it. She was able to get it.
She's still hitting her with a damn spear. Nahir Robles with the kick out.
It's Queen. Not able to get that knockout blow, and Nahir back to her feet. That's a headbutt right to the face. And Nahir, right hand. He's gonna go a neck breaker.
Over the top goes Spears. And whip it to the corner. What does Robles have in mind? Couple of elbows. Trying to knock Queen Spears out almost.
There's several stomps in here.
Once again, the Women's Championship has eluded Robles. And we were saying the same thing about Queen Spears just a minute ago. Agent, it hasn't been that long since she became champion. But now she's carrying herself like a champion. And another spear to Robles.
Could this be the knockout blow? It's for the win. 1, 2!
Robles showing her fire, her spirit, her
not
guts.
staying down for long.
Of course she's not. This is the moment that she's waited for, to have a one-on-one opportunity with the Women's Champion, to show that she deserves it. Big power slam by La Chica. Las Vegas, you can see whose side that they're on.
Here now.
Oh, and went for a headbutt, it looked like.
Right hand missed. Popped the kick to the face.
For Robles, being on the list of the PWI top 250 women's wrestlers in the world is not good enough for her. That's a stellar accomplishment, but for a woman
off the ropes,
for a
power bomb,
as motivated
2,
as Robles, it's not good enough. She wants to be number 1, and if she becomes the AWF Women's Champion tonight, she may be well on her way, but she has to vanquish Spears first. As now we have a Texas cloverleaf in the middle of the ring. Spears nowhere to go.
And flips out of that, despite all the damage to her leg, and no look at Queen. Look at
Wheelbarrow
Nahir.
transition into the almost reverse figure 4.
He was able to crawl out.
It's an interesting submission hold by Robles. You can see that her bag is deep.
And backslide. This is for the win.
You've seen
1.
championship hands like this. Nope. Spears. And, oh, look at that. Stare down. And that was intense. Spears with the suplex. My God, the engine on this woman. The motor.
Back to working on the arm.
Spears is like a 78 Camaro in its heyday. Just ripping down the street.
She rolls him out of there.
Carrying anything in its way.
And then again, Nahir Robles with these transitions into the hold on the knee.
And they've been beautiful transitions. You can see that Robles came in here with a strategy. As much as Spears had one, Robles is applying hers with maximum efficiency. Here we go. Whip into the ropes.
Queen Spears up, evades, drop.
Holy hell, Agent.
Dodging, forearm clothesline. But Nahir!
Oh! Northern Lights bomb, scoop, brainbuster to take her out. 1, 2, women's. Oh my God!
Queen Spears, after the sudden death, after it looked like Spears had this, Robles with the bomb and no, out of the way.
Not just Las Vegas, but Nevada itself held its breath as they thought Queen Spears' title reign was going to come to a short end. Overhead belly to belly out of the corner. Spears. The rope break by Robles. Ring awareness on 10 here tonight.
And now slowly to the feet. Spears. Miss.
Once again, try that spear. Robles with the agility to evade that, and here we go. Here goes the trading of the strikes. And Robles winning that one immediately.
Back slowly to her feet. Nahir gets walked aside. And oh! Whoa, there's no way! There's no bloody way! There's no bloody way!
La Chica, hola! Are you kidding me?
She just speared Queen Spears out of the damn ring!
And that is how that you want to be world champion. Nahir Robles
up, and she's gonna go high and down with a DDT on Queen Spears.
pulling out all the stops.
These two dancing at the end. Oh my! And into a backbreaker. Queen Spears picked up slowly by Nahir again. Nahir is trying to get Spears not back into the ring.
Now she's gonna use every bit of that 20 count like Spears did.
The count is at 6. You know, 6. And Spears is running back in.
Smart by the champion. Champion's advantage. If this match ends in a count out or disqualification, she retains her championship no matter who it falls
Spears
on.
breaks the count. Spears breaks the count, but she is not trying to fight Nahir on the ramp. She is no matter. Nahir's trying to get her to come over to the ramp still.
Why would she? That can shorten your career. Forget about your title reign. That metal ramp is devastating. So is the apron. The side of the ring. Queen Spears just baited Robles.
Here now down and works the arm. Picked up slowly back to the feet. And into the ring.
What a match. You hear Robles proving why she belongs in the main event. Why she belongs.
Queen Spears tried to go for a hold. Out of the way of Robles. And oh, nowhere. Nahir Robles
champion
rolls into it. Rolls into it. Could this be for the championship? But no, Queen Spears is still up and on her feet.
Talk about the durability. Spears is clutching at her knee almost.
Practically the last portion of the match.
She's practically one-legged, Agent A, and she's still in this thing.
And Nahir now.
The dedication to the championship.
Gonna get fired up. Queen Spears.
And Spears with the enziguri.
Somehow could still pull it off.
Shutting down Robles.
Stands back to her feet. Wrap up for a Northern Light suplex. And Queen Spears is just walking too damn slow right now. Cover, 1, kick out. I don't blame her. I'm just making an observation. She is walking with seemingly no haste, and that's probably as quick as she can go at the moment. And
here we go.
And just an incredible back suplex. Down to the feet. And here, high and...
Oh my
another
gosh.
one of those Nahir Robles DDTs. She leaps up, and then she comes crashing down. There's a lockup. Dancing into the corner. Big chop. Another big chop. Several big chops, K.
The discus forearm now. And Spears, I think, is pissed off. She's just throwing him now.
Snap
slugging.
suplex.
The rough and tough Spears going to work.
Queen Spears walking to that corner. No.
I think she's preparing for this, for the spear, but Robles just got right back up. I think right now Spears is even surprised. Oh, there's a German suplex.
Down. 1.
Over that Chica zone.
2. For the win.
Oh my God, and that was close. We've seen that German suplex with a bridge in so many great moments in professional wrestling, and there was almost another one.
Queen Spears.
With the spear out of nowhere.
Cover on the here. Down. 1. For the win!
To retain. Oh, and Robles kicks out. How the hell did you do that?
Las Vegas can't believe it!
Neither can I. Robles will not be denied.
Wrap float over neck breaker. And standing 10 toes is Queen Spears.
Once again, Robles is out of the ring, but now this time Spears is going to chase her. There's no breather. There's no rest. All gas. No brakes. Spears with the double axe handle. But
quickly out of the way.
the Chica reversed it. And a reversal by Spears. Jockeying for advantage.
Queen out of the way is Nahir. Kicks to the low section.
She is chopping down that leg. She is chopping down the oak tree. That is Queen Spears. Here we go.
No! Sickening powerbomb.
And that's not the leg. But that's certainly a place you want to target: the spine, the back, the ribs.
And again, high. Nahir trying to pick more spots to sicken on Queen. Dear Lord Almighty.
Talk about the strength that you need, the strength that it requires to hold a person up in a powerbomb position like that and have time to make decisions. And now Nahir Robles with a flurry of headbutts and a headbutt of Queen Spears' own. This match has been nothing short of physical. Nothing short, not even a centimeter.
Out of the way, there's a right hand.
But this is what you expected when you get these two names in a match with one another, and you add the special ingredient or the World Championship on the line.
Spears.
As Robles with the leapfrog. Yeah, that is
another one
of La Chica. Big elbow. Measuring her. Spears is in the danger zone, Agent A.
And yet she is. K. Up goes Spears.
Michinoku driver.
Cover now for the win. One.
For the women's championship. Oh, and Spears kicked out. She kicked out. And now,
no.
The moment is getting to Robles. The pressure of this women's world championship match has gotten to La Chica. And she's taking a low road now. I can't believe it.
Picks up Queen Spears. And La Chica is getting ready to impale the Queen onto that steel.
Queen Spears is having none of it.
This might come as a surprise for those unfamiliar with Nahir Robles, but those familiar know she is no stranger to taking a low road if it means getting the goddamn win.
Of course.
In the words of her, she takes liberties when she feels necessary. And clearly, she feels this is a necessity.
I mean, how could she not? She hit Queen Spears.
No. And Newton still trying to get the chair out of the ring, flying aside. Oh no, come on, Nahir.
Oh, here we go. She's gonna try the Michinoku driver again, but this time on a damn steel chair.
And lands it flush.
On the chair.
Queen Spears.
And now the chair's been put into use as a weapon. Newton outside of the ring, he's not seeing any of this. He doesn't know what the hell's going on. All he thinks is that Robles threw a fit, threw him out of the ring, and the steel chair has been bent over the head of Queen Spears, a headbutt by Robles. She is taking out her frustrations.
And here now, Spears, back suplex, all of it that time.
This one.
1, 2.
And he's got no idea how Queen Spears just lost her AWF Women's Championship. But everyone here has bore witness, myself included, Asian A included, to the night that Nahir Robles turned rogue.
Like as I said, she has been this damn way since she walked in.
Of course she's been this way.
She's been waiting to call her shot.
You saw the fight.
Oh!
You saw the fight.
Nahir Robles
and I mentioned that she was the fan favorite.
The Women's World Championship. Oh, she still is the fan favorite.
That's not earning her any fans. That's not. I tell you this right now. I'm no longer a fan of her after watching that. That was a despicable display.
She is our Women's World Champion after all this time. And hate her to love it, the underdog's on top. And she's going to shine.
If you want to use that term.
Queen Spears the title changes hand, and me and Kay, we have more AWF Love and War up next. And
look at
what the hell is this now?
Nahir Robles obviously just winning the.
Whoa! Whoa! Oh my! Miss Money in the Bank! Hollywood is back for the first time since winning it!
Oh
Over
my
6
God!
months ago!
Out of sight, out of mind. Might have been the case for Nahir Robles, but not right now. Right now, she's seen a ghost. And for everything that we said about Robles, multiply it times 2 when you're talking about Hollywood. And that Money in the Bank briefcase. If you've been a fan of professional wrestling for however long, you know what that represents. That represents opportunity, and it represents it now.
And this is no joke. This is no warning.
Or is she
This
cashing in or what?
She most certainly.
And there we go. You see the graphic. The new women's championship. The new women's champion now with her first defense right after she won it. This is insane.
And Nahir Robles defending against Hollywood. Welcome back.
Hollywood looks ready to go. She looks ready to go.
There's been a lot of people that have been saying, hey, where's Hollywood? Where's Hollywood? Hey, the AWF, forget about Hollywood.
Well, now you got her, and now she's challenging for the women's championship.
And to hear Robles ever so, even though going up against another challenger right away, not worried at all. I mean, we've seen these types of matches usually end in the blink of an eye. Queen Spears did a number on Nahir. She was working her arms, working the legs and such. And now Nahir has a fresh opponent after dealing with the AWF Lady Submission Machine. And here comes Hollywood with a clothesline.
Well, 3 times over women's champion is the tie here in the AWF between Hollywood, Oleana, and Angela. Hollywood has a chance to break that. She has a chance to ascend between or amongst her peers.
High, no DDT. And Hollywood.
Again, Nahir Robles just wrestled a match against Queen Spears, and that was as physical as a bout that I've ever seen, certainly under the AWF's banners. And now she's forced to defend her championship against a 3-time women's champion.
And continues now Nahir in her first night. Again, if Hollywood is able to win, she breaks a 3-way tie.
I would say that this is unfair, but if we're being honest, the Puerto Rican princess deserves it. She took a liberty, and I think she cheated Queen Spears, quite frankly, out of the women's championship. But now it's time to reap what she has sown. Big Tiger suplex.
And it looks like, again, these two. Oh my God, that's a spear from Hollywood. Tackling Nahir down to cover. 1, 2. These two wrestling a rather good match. This, again, I need to treat this as a completely different match. This is, oh wait. And now, of course, a part of the cash-in, a no DQ matchup. And oh, good God Almighty, that's a table. I mean, you take no DQ and give this to Hollywood. You can just all but gift wrap her the damn 4th title.
The toys are coming out. And unfortunately for Nahir Robles, Hollywood wants to play.
And now
takeover with the reverse figure 4 leg lock. This worked against Queen Spears when she was injuring the knee, but Hollywood is fresh as a daisy.
And believe it or not, this is the 2nd time Hollywood has cashed in a Money in the Bank contract. The first time it's been hers. And now, after getting the leg worked on, that's a good strategy again from Robles, attacking the legs of your competitors, no matter what their game is. Oh my God! Oh, right onto that chair, and Hollywood's lights could be out.
And Hollywood out of nothing.
There's a fist, several of them, rights, lefts, and then one bomb to the face.
Robles came all this way to be women's champion. I don't think she wants to lose it in the first defense. Of course not. But she's dead set on that. Whatever she has to do. Now she can take all the liberties she wants, Agent A. It's no DQ matchup. She can use that steel chair exactly like how she did in her victory.
And oh, well, that's the one. That's the move. That's one of the more famous ones of hers. And just, well.
And Robles with the disrespect to Hollywood. Perhaps punishing her for even thinking about cashing
World
in.
Champion. Still, Hollywood not making her day easy. Hollywood goes up, but Nahir Robles comes down. Slow to her feet.
Hanging onto the ropes. Hollywood.
And the clothesline straight. Robles just falling flat.
Oh!
And X Factor.
Right on the table leg. And now Hollywood gets the chance to make this match a no DQ.
Slow now. Hollywood. Oh!
And I don't think she meant to get the referee on that one.
She picks him back up. I guess not. Newton. Hollywood and Newton amply familiar.
Of course they are. Of who isn't familiar with doing an AWF and vice versa.
Steel chair flying Nahir's way. She casually moves.
And Nahir Robles has got that kendo stick.
And Hollywood gets Nahir. Oh, no way. No bloody way. There's no bloody way.
Oh
Hollywood,
my God.
Hollywood.
Right after she wrestled
Hollywood!
Hollywood with the Spanish fly!
For the Women's World Championship! Miss Money in the Bank!
No, and Robles kicked out. What the hell? The women's title makes you do crazy things, H&A. That's what I'm learning about this night. To be champion, you gotta be a little bit insane. And Nahir Robles is fitting the bill.
Hollywood literally throwing the kitchen sink. And it's not good enough.
Try the kitchen sink if you lit it on fire.
Spanish fly to a flaming table. And Nahir is trying to crawl away with those ropes. And this time around, won't be helping her out.
I bet walking into this, Hollywood thought it was going to be a piece of cake.
Instead, now again, this matchup continues on. We've seen our share of little lengthy cash-ins. So this hasn't reached dangerous waters just yet. But Nahir still looking confident despite the 20, however many long minutes she fought Queen Spears. Right on to Hollywood. Oh my god.
A hell of a match and a hell of a contest. And this one is shaping up to be another one.
And did she just tank?
And look at Hollywood.
She just straight took a steel trash can to the face.
And I'm not sure if that was a good idea, Agent A, because
now, Schoolboy for the championship. 1, 2, Hollywood. No!
That could have been it. Look at Hollywood now. Hollywood with the Hurricane Run and Nahir trips and falls into the ropes. Hollywood calls for it. 6, 1, 9.
Down. Here's Hollywood. Trying to get a good vantage point. And does. Climb into that top turnbuckle. High. So high she could kiss the sky. A big elbow drop. And this for the Women's World Title. To break the record!
And Nahir Robles still kicking out.
Now, we always talk about title runs or this or that. 10 times is the time when he... Oh, no. And now she's talking to Newton. She's talking to Newton. Again, 4 championships. 4 Women's World Championships. That's a hell of a title break. That would put Hollywood firmly at the top of the upper echelon. And many already have her there. But, oh, here she comes.
And now this is a real standoff. The line's been crossing the sand. It's Hollywood on the apron, Robles in the inside of the ring, slugging it out for the women's title. To think we didn't even know this match was going to be happening. This is a spur of the moment. We didn't even know Hollywood was backstage. She must have arrived mid-show because I didn't know the young lady was backstage. Certainly not with the Money in the Bank contract.
Here, still standing tall. Elbow to the face, forearm to the face. There's a clothesline.
Robles finally down, gaining that momentum to outlast 2 women in the same night. I don't think she ever surmised that she'd have to do such a thing.
And Hollywood is...
Robles is calling for it. Oh, went for the big knee. Out of the way is Hollywood.
Gets thwarted. Off the ropes. Boot to the face. Kicked right back up. Slaps. Kicks. Oh my goodness. Hollywood is back!
What a Pele kick over the top of the head. And Boston Crab. Remember, this match can end by pinfall submission.
And rope breaks will not save Nahir's day. The leg clearly in pain. Half hatch into the suplex. Now slowly away. Hollywood crawls. Right hand no. Nahir.
So here we go. What is Robles thinking?
DDT on the apron!
She stood her up straight on her head.
That she did do. It's Hollywood now. Slowly. Nahir. Hollywood is back into the ring. Nahir Robles is bringing more plunder out. This match is still going on. And this is for the Women's World Championship, a cash-in that is having the pacing of a match that's as if nothing has happened. It's a clean, scheduled match. Hollywood running those shoulders into her now.
Well, I think Robles is running on fumes, and it's running on the fact that she just became women's champion. How embarrassing would it be for her to lose the title in the same night that she won it? I think that's what's keeping her in this one.
She's already, I believe, lasted longer than CM Loaf did at SummerSlam. And again, granted, that was a retaining of the title. Wasn't the same night. Here, oh goodness. Hollywood. Oh, Hollywood. Hell yeah.
Steel ladder.
Hell yeah.
That unforgiving ladder. Back suplex.
Right on the spine bone of Nahir. And we've waited a long time. This could be 4 titles. Area codes!
On the ladder.
And no.
Oh, what
the crowd. The crowd, they want it one more time.
Hollywood appeasing Las Vegas.
Nahir getting an opportunity, but Hollywood thwarts it. And oh God, please Hollywood, just end the damn match. Why'd you just end the damn match? She had the title. She had the record. And as you said, she began appeasing to the Vegas folks. This could be it though. Nahir is clenching and crawling. She knows grabbing the ropes won't help her. They'll only give her leeway. Back to her feet.
How impressed are you with Robles' tenacity, her toughness?
She continues to fight on.
Wow, there's nothing under the ring. Or,
yes,
oh my God.
Another damn table.
And now this time it's on the outside.
In Hollywood now. Flying at roll! Her tailbone hits the bottom. But she's right back to her feet.
Still finding a way to recover.
And that's Hollywood lighting a flame. Nahir, wrap around, floats. Tiger bomb through the flame that she lit! No way.
Absolutely explosive. And here comes a sledgehammer.
And now it's Hollywood running away. But no. It's just to get some distance. Slaps away.
Robles getting lit
up.
An otherworldly performance. And all this communicates to me is that she had more in the chamber. She had more bullets in the gun. She had more energy in the tank.
And Hollywood thrashing at Nahir.
Against Queen Spears. I don't think that Nahir Robles should have took that low road. Because we can see right now that she's got enough guts. Maybe she didn't believe in herself. But now that she's women's champion, she's got a lot more to prove.
And still, all that can change. She's women's champion for now, but Miss Money in the Bank is raining down on her. And no, like, oh, that's a nice clothesline.
Here we go. Big power bomb. We saw this in the matchup beforehand.
Wicked!
But now it's Robles as the victim.
It's a steel chair to the leg. And here, the effects of a full-length match beginning to finally show, because it looks like the motor has died out.
I think the motor died out a long time ago. I'm not sure how Robles is still in this thing. Maybe by instinct alone. Like I said, she has a lot to lose. Mainly the Women's World Championship.
And Nona here, back to her feet.
Prestigious.
Right hand.
And it's been so coveted by Robles for so long. Abdominal stretch. Will this get her to tap? Will Robles finally give up in her mind? Say she can't take enough pain. She can't take any more. No.
She fights out of it. Hollywood to her feet. Her right hand. And this could be... Oh my days, another back suplex. No way. Hollywood there is a way. She set up the ladder for a reason. Hollywood sets Nahir onto the steel chair.
That is a far away from that ladder.
No.
That is a great distance from that ladder, ladies and gentlemen.
And Nahir also just got back up. Hollywood doesn't see it just yet, though. Hollywood.
This could turn out badly. Oh!
Double axe handle.
Axe handle from the heavens.
Had to adjust in midair. And there, steal off the body.
And now,
oh, she still wants to do it. She still wants to do
is
it.
going to stay down.
Hollywood
Maybe
is
even
on
for
the
good.
top of the ladder. Cross body hooks the leg. 1, 2. Oh my God!
Out of that! She kicked out of that!
Nahir is down. Still kicking out. Whoa, in Hollywood.
Is this Money in the Bank or is this main event?
Money in the Bank.
You guys decide.
Cash in that is seeing the Women's World Champion kick out of everything in Hollywood. Sending everything her way. And a power slam. Countering 2 bits of metal onto Nahir's body.
Almost like a damn gauntlet match, isn't it? You can bring out the entire women's locker room. I think Nahir Robles can take them all. She is She-Hulk tonight. She is invincible. Diamond cutter for Hollywood, but not invincible for much longer, it seems.
In Hollywood, this could be it. Are all her prayers finally answered? No fucking way!
And Robles just grabbed the shins of Hollywood.
She's to her feet, though. Off the ropes, big boot, missed. Hollywood, abdominal stretch.
She's trying to wean the life out of Nahir Robles. And I think we're all wondering how she has this much life.
And then headbutts to the dome of Miss Money in the Bank. The 3-time Women's World Champion. Just a minute ago, number 4 seemed so close, but now here's Nahir, up high, down low, in Hollywood, sent to hell. 1, 2. Oh my God, there's no way.
Nahir Robles walks away with the spoils.
And many are going to be sick about that, me included.
Oh my God.
She is our Women's World Champion. And
that is a woman who would rather die, Agent A, than lose her championship.
We have more AWF Love and War up next. Congratulations. There is a deflating presence in the air as Harley Quinn in a devil's dress just became Women's World Champion. We have more up next. God help me.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Love and War. Triple Crown Championship action coming your way. It is the former champion, Mo Game, in a rematch against the unfiltered one, Panos K, who is now, Agent A, one half of the newly crowned World Tag Team Champions.
Jesus, does that make him a quadruple crown champion?
I guess if we're playing on technicalities, it certainly does. This should be an interesting matchup. Usually, over the past couple of months, we've seen one Mamba Ant and Mo Game orbiting the Triple Crown Championship back when it was 3 separate titles, but Becky Lynch and Mr. Rollins decided to make a business decision and unify the championships into one beautiful $20,000 diamond belt. You can see it hung high above the ring as Mo Game makes his entrance out here. We'll talk about Mo Game. I don't think, and I know we say this a lot, but to reiterate, I don't think there has been a single soul contracted to the AWF who burst onto the scene like he did and became such a mainstay here in the Access Wrestling Federation. Mo Game is one of the most impressive, has been having one of the most impressive first years in the AWF. And I think the most impressive first year in history.
And it's hard not to believe that the only thing that could solidify, or that is eluding solidifying such a thing, is even just one world championship. Even a tag title might have solidified that claim by now. But there you see the flames rise up. Mo Game is fired up. He's not in his casual wear, as some would call it. When his more laid back clothes he had during this title run. He is back to his robes, his gear. He's jumping around. He looks fresh. He is still, believe it or not, a guy that has yet to be pinned. And clearly, even if he were to lose this match, that record would continue. There's no way to lose via pinfall in a match like this. There he is, PK. You can hate him now. You can feel the way whatever you feel about him, but he is our Triple Crown champion. He beat Mo Game in a house show for it, and it was controversial. It was definitely a little circuit that me and my folks on the journalism tours had to go and do, but we are all dances and all roads have led here, and this is something that PK wanted. He said Mo Game cannot claim to be the ever so most winningest fighter in the AWF, the most winningest champion in the AWF, if he actively backs away from this match. PK was going to continue the slander tour for months and months on end if Game didn't give him this match. So this is the solution to kill all ends and all odds. And I wonder who is going to walk out the better, because a lot of folks ask for a fight and can't finish it. PK, I hope you're not on that same list, buddy.
The unfiltered one, as they call him. We had a lot of motor mouths, so to speak, in the United States Wrestling Federation, guys who are as good with their fists as they are with their words. But I think PK is, what's the term that kids use nowadays? Rage bait. He's a good rage baiter, so to speak. He can really get under your skin. And it's not even that he says something that's truthful or he says something potent or to hype himself up before a match. What he wants to do is disrespect you in the highest order. So when you step in the ring with him, you're more of a raging bull than you are a focused athlete.
Here comes the unfiltered one. The bell sounds. It's a ladder match for the AWF Intercontinental Championship, the Actions Hardcore Championship, and the TIF Hardcore Championship. 3 belts, 1 diamond diamond plate above the ring. And there's a right hook. Here's PK running in. There's a knee! Oh, and he's out! Tumbling ringside.
Early on, Panels K looking to make this a quick one. Grabbing the ladder already. Mo Game
going under the ring to get a table already. And both gentlemen, they know what they've signed up for. So I guess there's no reason to delay what we've been waiting for. Here he comes, Mo Game, flying with a crossbody into the ring.
Again, with the Renegade Championship, has established his wrestling acumen, has established his skills. Look at this
game. Oh, wow. Wicked. Whip using the rope.
But with the Hardcore Championships, Agent A, we saw a different side of Mo Game, the more violent side, the more creative
side. A lot of people thought that just simply wasn't there. He had the reputation as a guy that was too good too pish posh to wrestle hardcore matches. And there, beautiful choke slam. PK is down on the mat, and Mo Game is having some fun with the people of Vegas.
Well, the old Macho Man quote is, "I slither with the snakes and I fly with the eagles." I think that applies to Mo Game perfectly, as he looks to fly with the eagles once more. He's on the top.
And he gets, and PK gets the
championship
hell
is
out of harm's way. But no, PK. Oh,
and Mo
DDT! A DDT off the top of the ladder!
What a way to start the matchup!
This could be the damn end of PK's career. Game, shoulders high, over them, and off the ropes goes PK. Already he's been getting surgical. PK over the shoulders, getting powerbomb position, but this time he's able to fight out of it. Runs a knee, no get, ran right into the damn ladder. And then runs into it again, that time with more force. Intention on Game's force. And here now, okay, as I sit here watching this matchup with you, you watch, Mo Game firing back up. I said it to start this matchup. If you wonder if this is the fight PK can withstand against, and so far, we are not seeing a withstanding. We've seen a defense, yes, but Mo Game running off his damn body twice in a row, picks him up, power slam. How can you say Mo Game is not in control?
Well, he certainly is in control. But if he was in control of the entire situation, well, he wouldn't be the challenger in this matchup now, would he? He'd be the champion. Panos K has something over Mo Game that maybe even Game doesn't quite understand yet. Maybe it's the mind games, the promos that Panos K has cut, the words that have been said, or maybe, just maybe, PK is better than Mo Game on any given night.
Mo Game.
We're gonna find out if that's true or not,
PK
but it's a possibility.
Picked up. Oh man, the unfiltered one.
Oh!
To the table.
And that was unfiltered. That was raw flesh right into that table and to the concrete floor. It's a long drop, Asian A. And Mo Game realizing that he has time, that he's bought.
Game, for the love of God.
That's nowhere near the title.
For the love of God.
He's going for PK. Oh! Buster off the ladder. Talk about a highlight moment.
Mo Game caught all of that. And there is a powerbomb onto the apron. Then just dumped his body on the side of it too. Slammed it. PK throws him back into the ring. Mo Game, a blockbuster off the top of the freaking ladder. This is for the Triple Crown Championship. It's a quadruple crown champion. He is getting beat on right now.
Mo Game taking the time to enjoy Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm sure they've been enjoying what they've seen tonight.
Let's not forget what PK and Ricky's antics were in that tag title match.
I definitely
Aforementioned.
did not forget.
And oh, whoa,
In
whoa,
fact,
whoa.
I've thought about it every day since. Here we go. Jay Drill on the ladder. On the steel.
Seems as though Mo Game was waiting until the bell sounded to take out his frustrations, because he has emphatically been beating down on PK. That is a powerbomb rings. Oh my God! Through another table. Through another table.
You see the carnage at ringside. The two split tables. Mo Game climbing the ladder.
And now Mo
PK
Game is
out.
happy. Now Mo Game is happy. He's going for that championship. No reason to keep picking at his food. The damage is done. But wait, it's not enough damage done, because PK back to his feet. You know, goodness almighty. Mo Game is trying to fight.
And Panos K is not gonna try and toss Mo Game off the ladder. They're going mano a mano on top.
And here PK has game. No. He rejects it. Forehead. Oh, no. PK!
Oh, he subbed him off for the championship. Mo Game with
PK.
a tumble. Oh, a famous off the ladder.
Actions Entertainment brings to you
am stunned.
Pain Signified. First 48. When they ask you what the hell happened to Mo Game, he died right there in Vegas. Flush on the apron, on the mat. And PK is going for the championship. That could be it.
Well,
There it is.
This is the Sin City. This is the Sin City.
PK has retained it.
Mo Game took a gamble and he lost. Panos K proving that it was not an accident. It was not a fluke. That he is the current reigning and defending Triple Crown champion.
And there,
Oh, holy hell.
I would stand proud too. Holding up the diamond-plated belt. Ladies and gentlemen, PK and New. We have more AWF Love and War, and still, we have more AWF Love and War up next. Triple Crown Champion and Tag Champion. What more can he do? Now we're going to see someone who's tag title-less. It's Trey Johnson versus Tiptastic, one-on-one. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. This match up is the AWF World Championship match, and you're reading it correctly. You know, the young folks have been getting a one-up on Tiptastic lately. This could be Tip. This could be Trey Johnson's night here in Las Vegas. Trey Johnson, Tiptastic World Title match. This was earned because in a 3v3 matchup, Trey got a pinfall win on Tiptastic. The replays showed it. There was no trunks hold or none of that. It was a clean power bomb. Good and so. There was no Jackson help. There was no chocolate help. They're here for moral support. This is a one-on-one match, and the president has to be angered, has to be annoyed about losing those tag titles.
Of course he's annoyed because the officiating on that night was subpar.
Oh no, it's officiating.
I don't care what you tell me, Agent A. I know what I saw on that night. And here's hoping that it's not going to be a repeat. This is a world title match.
Well, please, Kay. Here he comes. Dripped out Trey Johnson, who looks more confident than ever. You would not think this is an NCAA athlete at first sight. You might think he's on his way to New York Fashion Week, but no, I assure you, that is a pro wrestler under there, and I assure you, this could be Tiptastic's demise. Tip has a knack for underestimating young talent. Let's not act like it's a foreign sight. It's damn how Mamba became an undisputed champion for 193 days because Tiptastic underestimated his opponent. He didn't finish and didn't capitalize on Hell in a Cell. Now, Lord knows that Hell in a Cell is a way long time ago, but I'm doing my scouting. I'm doing my proper duty to report, Kay. Something that you maybe don't do all the time when it comes to Tiptastic, but I'm reporting it. Tiptastic has a little mental weakness when it comes to younger guys like Trey Johnson. They get a little bit under his skin, and they can get a win, just like how he got it a few weeks ago. All I'm saying is, don't be shocked if it's Trey Johnson holding up that world title. Tiptastic, he's delirious. He's thinking about his show, his rehearsals, his this, his that. The tag titles are gone. This is gone. And he's all over the place. Look at him. Does that look like a focused man? Looks like a goddamn man trying to cope. He's hiding. He's deflecting.
Are we watching the same screen? Are we watching the same monitor right now, Agent A? Because to me, Tiptastic not only looks focused, he's got his game face on. And you mentioned that his brain may be on his other things that he's committed to and his other projects. You must think Tiptastic is you. Because he's not simple-minded. He's not a man who can only focus at one thing at a time. How the hell do you think Tipville USA got off the ground? How the hell do you think that he made, damn it, Vincenzo a former AWF champion? That he made Tipville USA former tag team champions? It was all by his design. His design. There's a reason why he has a patented maneuver named the Checkmate, because he's a chess player, damn it. And this right here is going to be the Queen's Gambit.
You gonna tell us your Zodiac sign too?
I don't appreciate you making fun of my journalism here on this broadcast.
Here now, Jackson and Tiptastic ever so standing. They look in sync. And again, Jackson isn't competing at all. This is just for show. But Tiptastic just letting that world title be displayed off, because that is the prize, that is the gold, that is what it will always be about at the end of the day. And Tiptastic stands or sits at a throne. Trey Johnson, former Intercontinental Champion. This is his first World Championship matchup.
And the illustrious, the esteemed World AWF Championship.
Imagine again, of course, Tiptastic coming off the loss to Ricky G and PK earlier this week. He wasn't the one that took the pinfall loss itself, but
I'm glad you said that.
I had to. It would be malpractice if I didn't. But however, and so
is the man changing? Is he turning over a new leaf right before my eyes? Malpractice. That's a word that you should use more often.
There's a significant spot and seat next to Hitler, in hell. It's your seat right there.
Oh, does it? I think they might have mistaken K for A, but neither here nor there.
No. The World Championship is co-main event here in Las Vegas as Trey Johnson, hailing from Atlanta, Georgia, getting ready to go up against Houston, Tipville, Texas. I'm intrigued again how this is going to fare out because I've told you, Trey Johnson fits the bill of a guy that can get under Tiptastic's skin, even though Tip will say and claim that it's impossible. Let's watch it. Trey also has the athletic advantage. He has I'd say maybe the in-ring advantage. He's been wrestling all his damn life. Tiptastic been doing it for a few years.
Maybe the on-the-mat advantage. You know, when he was still wearing the leotards and the headgear.
Oh, now, out of the way.
When he was still relying on the referee to count the pin 1. This isn't the amateur league. This isn't NCAA wrestling. This is pro. This is the big time.
Tiptastic off the ropes. Knee to the face.
And this is nothing more big time than Tiptastic, than Tipville, USA, than the president. Up on the top rope. Double stomp. Look at that. He just wiped his feet on the man.
And Trey back to his feet. Up high. This could be the coronation for Trey Johnson here at 11 War. Last year we saw Tiptastic defend the World Heavyweight Championship. Lost to Kenneth Killgore in a controversial match, we can say. Oh! Flowed over right there. Trey Johnson. And Johnson is going to work it over slowly.
You know, he's going to try to apply his amateur wrestling experience, AJ. He's going to try to shoot those cute double leg takedowns and things of that nature. All things that I think a great professional wrestler should have as their base. But Tiptastic is more than great. He is the great.
One. After that, working on the arms. Gets the cover there, and Tiptastic kicks out. Now, I mentioned, and so again, when Tiptastic, you know, those sort of pin covers and whatnot do exude, make you use up strength. We didn't like, though, that strategy, but it's certainly something that could get Trey Johnson to win and succeed at the dance. Johnson.
Well, Johnson is the heavier competitor. Perhaps maybe
Stomp to
even
the arm.
stronger, though Tiptastic has sneaky strength.
And he continues to go to the arm. This is Trey Johnson's game. It's how he won the AWF IC Championship. Goes to his feet.
And that's what I was talking about.
Thrown. Push up to his feet. Got launched aside.
Tipville Airlines.
Didn't get him very far now, did it? If he got right back up. Then a shot to the back of the dome. It's Trey Johnson, who, despite on the airline of Tipville, is bringing Tip to the suplex of City. That's 2 of them. And here comes the 3rd emphatic suplex. And Tip slowly back up. I think it's a little too early for the president to be looking at dazed. There's a kick. Trey Johnson tried to get something there, and he does. Works in the arm. Then it kicks to the torso, midsection, no sliding him up. Tip not getting much time to recover. Trey Johnson continues his parade and assault. Johnson, oh goodness, and again here now, that's another German suplex.
Johnson has been impressive in the goings of this matchup, the early goings of this matchup. And everyone's impressive when the bell rings, you know.
6 German suplexes.
Shaking off the adrenaline, shaking off the jitters, getting into it. But let's see how he swims with the sharks when he's in the deep waters, AJ. Let's see what happens when he feels like an anchor is being pulled and he's got nowhere to go. That's the feeling of wrestling.
Here, Tipville isn't exactly getting Johnson on the ground for long. He gets right back up at the knees to the face.
But that
covering out for the win.
he
For the win.
AWF World Championship. Think about the names. Think about the people. The matches that have been contended for that title. Trey Johnson has big shoes to fill if he ever hopes of being at that echelon.
And it all can start right now, and tonight he continues to work on the arm of Tiptastic to good volition. Tip is going to get back up to get control. Drags him away from the ropes. Trey slowly picked up.
Look at that. And that's how you shoot it.
Kicks out.
Takedown.
Tight lockup. These 2 gentlemen. Match going on and no give between either one to waste.
He just snapped his damn fingers, AJ. What do you got to say about that?
I mean, look, why the hell you acting like you've never seen it before in this damn company? Why you acting like about a diva about it now? Reverse, wrap around, choke slam, hooks the leg for the World Championship. 1, no.
These dirty under the table maneuvers by Trey Johnson. Finding any way to get ahead. That's how those amateur
Clothesline.
wrestlers are, aren't they? NCAA isn't what it used to be.
Tiptastic getting bull charged by Trey Johnson. Trey Johnson looks amazing, just in the best shape of his damn life. And he has the president, the world champion, falling around on his ass right now.
I'm glad you're admiring the physique because weights don't fight back.
You know, well, apparently neither is Tiptastic right at this current moment.
Give me a break.
I mean, look who's on the floor right now, getting assistance, public assistance, back to his feet. There it is, Tiptastic finding life. Remember, this is a damn wrestling match, but Trey Johnson still finding the better. As, oh no, and there, hatches him into a German suplex. I don't know how many of those Tip has gotten this matchup, but there's a good number of them already this way through.
And he will take 1,000 German suplexes before he ever gives up the title to Trey Johnson. Not saying that Johnson isn't a talented kid, not saying that he isn't a future world champion, but future is the operative word right there, meaning not now, not the present.
Tip gets out of the ring, then gets back in, runs the kick to his face. Johnson the tank. Man, Trey Johnson has been scouting the hell out of Tiptastic this matchup. He's definitely, you can tell, done his homework, done the scouting report, because Tip, he's throwing his good shots, he's throwing his good offense. Some of it is landing, but not all of it. Not for comfort. Rolls up, he's back to his feet.
Well, that's what happens when you wrestle as much as Tiptastic has. There's a lot of film to study. You try to claim that he's a part-timer, that he's been half doing this. Tiptastic lives and breathes pro wrestling. Lives and breathes the AWF and the World Championship.
And still right here. For when I call Tiptastic. Wait a second now. Armbar, then grabs the leg, snatching and trying to hatch him. Tip trying to reach the legs over to the ropes. And no!
Look at the expertise.
Back up.
Look at the willpower.
Trying to get a hold of Johnson. Float over, round, and a choke slam
by Tiptastic to retain the World Championship. No.
Count at 2. And Johnson, after every one of Tiptastic's best hits, you see him shoot right back up with authority, like he's out of a scary movie. Johnson is going to chuck Tiptastic right into the corner, bashing his head against his turnbuckle pad. Sets him up right there for what? I don't know. Oh, wait. Damn! Johnson! Calculated! And Tip still... Oh, come on. Okay. You're getting real quiet. Are you getting ready to live in a potential Johnson World Champ world? He flies! And for the first time, he doesn't get right back up.
Air Tipville, prepare for landing. Oh, big forearm. Dumps Johnson. Off the middle rope. Oh, good night, Agent A. It was a great time calling this match with you. But it's over. I don't look at the screen.
2. Johnson! Life! In the good kind!
Huh? Don't you mock me.
Now Johnson fighting back. Gets a kick right there. Trey to his feet. Johnson.
Who the hell does Trey Johnson think he is? I'll tell you what he is now.
From Tiptastic.
He is the loser of this matchup. That is it. Oh my, and Trey Johnson yet again, damn it, how? What is this kid made of?
Titan steel, and here he comes. Down, Tiptastic, no good. Landing on his head after the Tiger Bomb.
He's not an unstoppable force. Trey Johnson is very stoppable, especially because he's in the ring with Tiptastic.
Who's bleeding right now, who doesn't look the best. Tip. Oh, look at that. Beautiful strategy from Trey Johnson. Sending him off the ropes.
What is a true fighter if not one bleeding?
He's not the one bleeding with success, I can tell you that. as Trey continues to dissect the president. This is the most we have seen a competitor just absolutely walk down Tiptastic.
Walk down. These verbs you're using, they imply so many things, Agent A. They imply that Tiptastic doesn't always have a plan. They imply that Tiptastic
is part of his plan to get his ass kicked for the better part of 6 minutes or so. Here it is for the World Championship!
Watch this!
F5! You watched it!
Damn it, Tip.
Cover!
Damn it, Tip.
1,
Kick out, please.
2!
Kick out! Oh, my. Look at that. Not a worry in the world.
Johnson to his feet goes Tiptastic. Here he comes. Pouncing again!
Just according to plan.
And Trey doesn't look all too good now.
The IQ of Tiptastic is something to marvel at, Agent A. It really is. Look at this.
One of those suplexes right there.
And that's the strength. Just tossing Trey Johnson.
Gets a right hand. Thwarted. Wrapped right across the face.
Here we go.
And, oh my, look at this. Down on the knee.
Good old gut buster. The kid can't breathe now. Look at him crawling to the ropes.
If the kid can't breathe, this is the perfect time to put the match away. Tiptastic doesn't do that. He plays to the crowd. Vegas cheers the president. And he doesn't run to him. He slowly stalks over to him.
Well, you know how many fans he has here in Las Vegas, alright? They
Right,
love
elbow to
Tiptastic
the
style.
face.
The city's flashy and so is the president.
Tiptastic.
He may go out to the casinos later tonight, have some fun on the strip, if you know
That's
what I
another
mean.
knee. And Trey Johnson.
Still with his world championship, because there's no way Trey Johnson's going to find it within himself to defeat Tiptastic on this night. Like I said, he's going to be ready in the future. And that's not an if, that's a when. But when is not right now.
Johnson back up Tiptastic. Trying to find out what is going to knock out Trey. And Trey, vice versa, maybe feels oh so close to the world title. He sees the state of his opponent. Here he goes. High! High right there. Drop kick missed. Trey right hand. Tiptastic. Good reversal. Stunner! 1, 2, 3, count!
You said that Tiptastic hit Trey Johnson with everything he had. Didn't hit him with that, though.
Checkmate. Down for the win. 1, 2, 3. What? Moonsault from Tiptastic. Cover now.
That's gotta be it. Oh my God. Check his bloodstream.
And look at this. And
Give
it'll come over a lot.
Give this man Give this man a piss test right now. Right now. Stop the match. Let's get a test.
The world champion doesn't know how to respond. Checkmate didn't work. And now
The Phenom Slayer. If this is gonna get anybody, it's gonna get him.
Johnson
Trey
can't
Johnson.
get to the
Oh, look at
ropes.
that.
Beat taps. Tiptastic and still, but not before one of the biggest scares of his career, maybe.
Biggest scare.
Trey
Yeah, right.
Johnson, the
Yeah, right.
first competitor to kick out of Checkmate, and it still wasn't enough.
Way to dust the dirt off your shoulder, Tiptastic.
Damn it, if that wasn't enough, what the hell is gonna be enough?
Didn't even break a sweat. How impressive is our world champion, Agent A?
In a world of where we see a lot of AWFs, the best of their moves, though our Tiptastic's Checkmate stood at the top of that mountain. Trey launched that shoulder up, and still he doesn't hold the championship.
Look at that.
Tiptastic.
He doesn't have a mark on him.
What's that red crimson I see? Does that count as a mark to you, or is that just paint?
Oh, I'm pretty sure that's a nosebleed.
Yeah,
That, you know?
it's a nosebleed.
It's
coming
the
from his
allergy
forehead.
season, that sort of
We
thing.
have more AWF Love and War up next. Congratulations to Tiptastic, who was up against one of the biggest challenges he's faced yet. He could have been titleless after tonight, but he still keeps something. Titville, USA, victors. We have a world championship matchup. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's the World Heavyweight Championship matchup. Ethan Grace, Mamba Ant, and BLITZ. A bunch of drama. This all started because Ethan Grace was trying to prove he was the better wrestler, a better pro wrestler than Mamba Ant. BLITZ tried to help advise and give Ethan some, help during that quest, and it all went tits up from there, as some can say. And here we see it. The Gladiator up against two Enigmas as he gets ready to defend his world title.
And for Ethan Grace, I think is the dark horse in this matchup. And honestly, I won't even say I think. I know. And Las Vegas knows. And the whole AWS faithful knows.
Wait a minute now.
Wow. I thought Mama Ant was returning to a previous persona, but of course Ethan Grace playing the mind games even when coming out here. And for Ethan Grace, who would have thought he'd be in this situation? I think a lot of people had stock in his partner, Agent A, Kevin Ace. But I think Ethan Grace's shot to superstardom really started when he decided to twist the knife in the back of Ace and embark on his own. And for Grace, he's been able to find himself in the right rooms, able to find himself in the right matches. He keeps shooting at the big dogs. And sometimes he gets swatted down, but sometimes he gets the upper hand. And I think that's why Grace has been able to be in this matchup. Because for a lot of people, they thought it was going to be mano a mano. They saw Mamba Ant, they saw BLITZ rekindling their esteemed rivalry and thought the World Heavyweight Championship was going to be defended between the two of them once again. But Grace, for a lot of people, reared his ugly head and is now the third man in this matchup.
Sure he'd be in this matchup, and I respect it. I
also respect
the hell out of it. He stormed in, he made his name known, and now he's here. And, trying to play mind games to the fullest of them. I've never seen anyone come out with Mamba Ant's song, no less, in a match against him.
You saw the jersey number there. You're going to see Mamba Ant come out with 35. You saw Grace come out with 1. And he believes that. He believes that he is number 1. There is no comparison to Ethan Grace. And Mamba Ant and BLITZ are hogging up the spotlight. It's time for a new generation to shine. Mamba Ant isn't really concerned about that, is my theory. What he's concerned about is capturing the World Championship for a record 11th time. And I say record as if he doesn't already hold the record. But Mamba Ant, his journey over this past season has really been about chasing his former greatness. He feels like ever since that 193-day reign, that he hasn't really been in the right groove, that he's been coasting, and people have been feeling that as well. CJ Speed, Kenneth Killgore even. So many people around him are communicating to Mamba Ant that he's just not as good as he used to be. And for an athlete, especially in combat sports, I mean, that's almost as worse as having an injury, or almost as worse as your career ending. Getting told that you're just not in your prime anymore. And Mamba Ant is going to try to prove that not only is he in his prime, he's better than his prime.
And Ethan Grace trying to show what Mamba Ant maybe used to represent. At one point in time, he was the young, bold, brash enigma controversy on the roster. And, well, now again, sometimes old acts die hard. People got used to Marshall Mathers. Slim Shady died hard. Maybe we're seeing the same out of the old ace, Mamba Ant, because Lord knows he's going up against someone that doesn't hit as light as Ja Rule did. Jam it, this is a goddamn, if a Queen Spears was a nuke, this is a galactic beam aimed at the planet that's going to decimate it. The second oh my god!
See BLITZ coming out in the obsidian, the shadowy black gear, the World Heavyweight Championship, the big gold belt. BLITZ, the Gladiator.
And then Las Vegas, Nevada.
He's had his own career resurgence, Agent A. For a lot of people, the way they feel about Mamba Ant now is how they felt about BLITZ. They felt that he was coasting. For a man as powerful, as epic, quite frankly, as BLITZ, they didn't feel like he was where he needed to be. But all that changed when he knocked off his former protege, TJ, for that World Heavyweight Championship.
He went on to defend the championship at the Royal Rumble against Deuce. For the first time we saw the Gladiator drawing blood, and guess what? He still came out on top, still came out the victor, and now he walks to the ring again in a triple threat match with his old rival Mamba Ant and a potential new one, because Ethan Grace could have been a friend, could have been something that maybe took tutelage to under Blitz for more than just a day or two, but he did not like the idea of being in the shadow of Blitz, so he made sure he drew the line in the sand. And Ethan Grace, well, again, burning a bridge, Blitz, maybe he is all too familiar with this archetype of person, so to say. There it is, the big World Heavyweight Championship gold. The Factions Wrestling Federation, it's been held by the greats, it's been held by The Undertaker, held by Triple H, held by Mamba Ant, held by Kenneth Killgore, Tiptastic, the long and merry, the list goes on. And here, Ethan Grace on one end. Even just the idea that that's not Mamba Ant in purple and gold gear. Two purple and gold gears try to keep up as, well, the bell sounds, the World Heavyweight Championship match underway, the main event underway here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and it's the two purple and golds doing the dance first, and why wouldn't it be? Ethan Grace practically playing mock in Ant's face, no less, and that's a back suplex. But again, all the same for Ethan Grace, for Blitz, excuse me, he can beat the hell out of both these two. Look how he towers over them. Look how Ethan can't even just wrap up Blitz for a hold.
And it might be crazy to say, but oh my God. Death by uppercut from Blitz. Like I was saying, it might be otherworldly to say.
Oh!
But Mamba Ant and Ethan Grace might have to form a momentary alliance as... Oh! Oh my God!
Did that just
Holy
happen?
cow!
An RKO from the Gladiator. Exploder suplex.
Janae, I get the feeling that Blitz is extra pissed off tonight. Canadian Destroyer from Mamba Ant and Blitz is right back up. These two men.
Shots are going off already. There's a launching German suplex to Ethan Grace.
Being Grace and Mamba Ant are going to have a night in store for themselves.
And still in tow, Ethan Grace getting chucked around, as well as Mamba Ant. Nice knee to the torso. Ethan trying to take over, and does. Nice. Mamba Ant's behind him, though. Chucks him up. There's several fists to Grace. Attitude adjustment. Oh, man.
Have to have a suplex from Blitz.
There. Blitz picking up Mamba Ant. He's going to run him and slam him down to the ground with a power slam. Drop kick from Ethan Grace.
Interesting stats here. This is not Mamba Ant's first time, AJ, contesting for the World Heavyweight Championship in a triple threat. And it's not Blitz's first time defending the same title against Mamba Ant in a big match such as this.
Here. Blitz. It's going to get put in the corner. Clothesline out of the ring. Blitz goes flying away.
Not Grace's first world title match either. He fought CM Loaf for the AWF World Championship. Was unsuccessful there, but got a taste of what it feels like to be in the main event. And ever since, Grace has been shooting at everything that moves of that caliber.
Here's a neck crank from Blitz going old school. Ethan Grace in the middle of the ring, and Ant going under the ring to try and find his favorite plunder. No, he goes back in now, but Blitz there to get him up in the middle of nowhere, no man's land. Down Ant goes. Ethan Grace trying to get a shotgun to the back of Blitz, but it's like just damn feathers going off of him. And Ethan Grace stopped and getting wrapped up right there with a hold.
I don't know what my man was thinking, trying to apply a Kimura lock when the Blitz was right there in front of him. He could have bulldozed him.
There's a German suplex. It's not exactly a bulldoze, but he got just launched. Pure strength of the Gladiator. Blitz.
And around the throat. Military press Mamba Ant is not a small man. And neither is Ethan Grace, quite frankly. But compared to BLITZ, they're dwarves.
And Ethan Grace sets up the table and then offered it up to BLITZ with a smile in his face. No, they did not. What the hell was that? Down through the table goes Ant.
Well, you can't say that Mamba Ant didn't deserve it. If you ask a few people in this crowd, the reason that this match is happening, the reason that both these men hate Mamba Ant so deeply is because of Mamba Ant and his actions and his
ran knee,
antics.
hooks the leg, down to cover, no one. Now, Ethan Grace, imagine it. We haven't even considered the world where Ethan Grace can become world heavyweight champion. There's a right. Nice. Grace takes BLITZ down. Grace.
If we're being technical about it, Ethan Grace and BLITZ don't like each other because Ethan Grace was mad that BLITZ got to kick Mamba Ant's ass first. So, that's the catalyst for this rivalry between three men. So be it. But it is Mamba Ant's fault, is what I would.
And then Ant just runs a flying kick right to the dome.
A shot right between the eyes and a clothesline from Grace. Neither of these three men are going to have any rest, Agent A. It's going to be full throttle, full speed ahead, as Grace now targeting the arm of the 10-time world champion.
Tries to grab at him. And does. Ethan. Oh my god. Delayed suplex off the apron and then onto the trash can. Metal onto the legs of Grace. Did that just happen? It did. Because Ethan is down. He can't get up. Here comes Ant.
And BLITZ adding a little bit extra, trying to go for the knockout. Death by uppercut.
Disarms him.
And now it's the Juggernaut with the steel chair.
Drop kick.
Ethan Grace
Shotgun. Drop kick. Cover now.
Mamba Ant. Talking about the action. A mile a minute, truly. A mile a second.
Now. And
shots to the back of the head.
Grace rolling out of the way. He lets Ant get all of that and does. Gets chucked to the side. Here's BLITZ in the corner. Ethan Grace, World Heavyweight Championship on
Oh my God!
Oh
my God!
And a hidden blade!
Oh
hidden blade
my
for the 11th
God.
World Title! No!
Oh! Holy! That was the damnedest thing I've ever seen!
BLITZ flew through the sky. Ants flew with a blade. But more action continues on. As there is no pinfall, there's a German suplex.
BLITZ is truly something superhuman. And that is no hyperbole.
And off the ropes goes Grace Spine Buster for the World Championship for the win. 1,
BLITZ
2.
incapacitated.
Would have been too late.
Couldn't even get there in time, like my partner just said. BLITZ.
Snap suplex. Right onto the chair goes the legs. Ant tried to attack BLITZ while he was on his knees, recovering. But the Gladiator, they call him the Gladiator for a reason.
He's a freaking warrior. Adapts to any situation, as you can tell.
And there's several chops. Array.
My man is getting beat down.
The leader of the Decepticons. Oh my, he's using the ropes for the left. What a sickening technical, but also brutal beatdown. You have to have strength and IQ to be able to pull that off.
Oh, BLITZ had those in droves. He had those in the dozens. Grace for the boot.
Tried to go for something exactly so, but not to be a suplex. That snapped it right there. Grace is down. There's steel to the back of him. Here's BLITZ. Oh!
And he overshot. AJ, he overshot. Mamba Ant unknowingly ducked.
And BLITZ still gets Ant down. Here comes Grace! BLITZ.
And once again, Mamba Ant rolling out of the way. It's like Three Stooges almost. Doesn't even know who's coming at him. Doesn't even know that he was about to be beheaded.
Here comes.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Panamanian Destroyer! Down, BLITZ. You can see the thinly padded, the concrete is just there, but Grace still waits, swing, and
Boom! Holy! That was a knockout shot!
brass knuckles.
Brass knucks in the tights! That's my uppercut in the ring!
But Mamba, there's an ant
But Ant just took a shot with brass knuckles to the face!
and flew back into the ring. BLITZ disarms him. Nice exploder suplex. Into the corner goes Grace. Flies with a knee. And no Grace. Grace going now for the cover.
BLITZ has been swatting the proverbial flies that are Mamba Ant and Ethan Grace all night.
And in this main event matchup, the World Heavyweight Champions display has definitely been on point. But remember, folks, this is a triple threat match. BLITZ does not have to take the pin to lose. Grace or Ant. Oh, wait. Here now. Look at this. Oh, come on. He's goddamn. He's delusional. He's many of it. Among many of other things. Is here. Whoa. 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 Oh, no way.
Oh, no.
There is a yes.
Oh, my God.
Double cradle up high and down.
Nearly 400 pounds on the shoulders of the gladiator.
Down the cover, light tube, shattered over Ant's cranium.
A specific FU to Mamba Ant. Oh, and a kick out from the Antichrist. Ethan Grace is still out. BLITZ might try a fall on him next, and he does. No.
He picks Grace back up.
He wants to deliver more punishment.
Out of the ring goes Grace. He leaves it to just he and Ant.
Disregard for human life.
Several shots. Ant fighting back. But both of these gentlemen do not see Ethan Grace right back in the ring. Tried a hidden blade from Ant. Clothesline Grace. Disregarded again. Suplex, half snap. Damn, right onto the chair. BLITZ still fighting Ant. Now turns attention back to Grace. But it might be too late there. Ronda. Back up to his feet. Ethan. Slap. Go around. Kick to the face. Back. Mamba Ant and Ethan Grace have been taking a whole lot of beatings. But they're still on their feet and tussling up as the World Heavyweight Champion is the one down right now. There it is!
Welcome to high time! BLITZ! We're on the ring at the wrong time!
For the World Championship!
Oh, 1, got it to
win! No!
Oh my God! A sigh of relief. This came over Las Vegas, Nevada, as we thought we were about to crown an 11-time world champion.
And Ethan Grace.
Mamba Ant stalking Grace with those steel steps. Nothing good could come out of this.
Here it comes.
Table versus steel. The table won.
And then he throws the table off of Ant's body. Grace eyeing down the world champion. Here he comes!
And Ethan Grace with his shine. He said, "It's my time."
And Ethan, slow to the feet. He's going to scrape the eyes of BLITZ, all completely legal in this matchup. Here comes the 10-time world champion.
I mean, we've seen brass knuckles, we've seen tables, we've seen ladders.
And Ant going to get ran right off the barricade. And Grace flying.
Someone could bring on a damn lion to attack Ethan Grace and it'd be all legal.
Ethan, it's a kick low section. Decepticon should write that down. There now. Ant now could still cap low. He laughs. He laughs.
Look out behind you.
He laughed at Grace, not knowing BLITZ was right behind him. And oh! A German suplex on the barricade. Down goes Ant. BLITZ gets the light shotgun drop kick. Grace for the win. And is still in this match. Disrupts the pin cover. And K Even you look like you had some sympathy on that powerbomb right there.
How could you not? That's a human spine and neck, for crying out loud.
And Grace and Ant thrown to two different ends of the pond. But there goes a shot. Deep arm drag. Somehow, Ant is still able to move. Grace behind BLITZ. Getting shots. Right hand. Grace.
Top rope moonsault missed. Mamba Ant is hobbling. The knee surgeries, the beat downs,
Now the damn back. And now wait, Ant could be picking out his target. He's going for Grace. Grace throwing Ant out the ring. Ant hits the brakes. Good way to stop the momentum real quick. Reset. He's back in. Going for Grace. No, he gets a knee to the dome. Ethan evades trouble for now. It's back to Mamba, Ant, and BLITZ. But here comes Grace.
Look what Grace has in his hands. A hidden blade. But look what he has in his hands. The Teixeira baseball bat.
And there now, Grace.
Mamba Ant's prized possession. Big power bomb. Pops him up. And a knee right under the jaw.
Cover. And 1, 2, no. And went low. Not to be.
Mamba Ant is out of the equation. It is just BLITZ and Ethan Grace. BLITZ and the man who attacked him after his loss to Mamba Ant. BLITZ and the man who has antagonized him over the past month.
Here comes Ant. This could be his moment for the World Championship. No. German suplex again. BLITZ has been dominating with those. When in doubt, throw your opponent a good few yards, and that might do the trick.
Well, BLITZ may have been in doubt a lot tonight because that's exactly what he's been doing. He's been 90% of this match. And Grace taking out Ant with that lariat.
Ethan Grace thrown aside. Went for something there. No. Right hand. He looks like he's going for it. This something is a back suplex on the apron.
The middle of the spine.
Here comes Ant now. Another damn light tube introduced to this equation. BLITZ is setting up more hardware out. Ethan and Ant look like they might confront each other now sometime sooner than later.
And here we go.
It's BLITZ. Oh, and now that's going to be Grace winning that exchange. Ant getting his Teixeira bat. Return to sender.
Here we go, BLITZ. A gladiator-sized crossbody. Mamba Ant. I'm sure the ribs have been shattered.
He made contact with all of that. He missed the first one. Lands the second one. Flush.
And Mamba Ant.
What the hell? Oh,
he almost looked like he sacrificed Ethan Grace to an angered BLITZ. And now Mamba Ant would try the cheap shot.
RKO.
RKO.
And Ethan Grace firing up. Taking advantage of the heat of the moment.
With shots of his own. A German suplex from Ant to Grace.
And Ethan out of the ring. A backbreaker to Ant. A ladder is in the ring. A trash can is in. As well as a table. A human just got flung into the corner. Another is stalking around. Maybe waiting for his moment to get back in his match. BLITZ lights a flaming table. No way! These two. BLITZ just lit the ignition. It wasn't Ant. It was the Gladiator. And an angle slam. Olympic slam through flame.
And Ethan Grace is going to take advantage, but Mamba Ant.
Cover for the world title. For the world title. 1.
Hell no.
2.
Oh my God. Grace saving it for himself and for BLITZ.
And BLITZ flying back in with delirious attempts at a clothesline. BLITZ. Ethan got up at the wrong damn moment. And twisting and turning with that. Carnage is everywhere. Running in. Oh! Driver down, no. World Championship on the line. Ant has gone through a flaming inferno. Blitz, beat down, pop-up fastball punch. Grace. No, just continue. Of course, why would you not? Continues the beat down.
That's all the way to Blitz. Going straight into the jaw.
And this is another one. This could be another one.
A Panamanian destroyer. When you see all the rubble of the destruction in the ring, you have to ask yourself, just what are these three men willing to do to win or retain the World Heavyweight Championship? How much does it mean to them? And you can see it means the literal world, the literal health in their lives and their livelihood.
And no, here it
You're not
comes.
gonna be the same after this.
A Galvatron bomb.
You're gonna have scars after this. Concussions.
Cover. No. The crowd chants one more time, and Blitz didn't. The crowd chants one more time. Blitz leaves the cover because of the crowd. No, he didn't just do that.
That was a sharp pin.
No.
That was a sharp pin.
And then there's a shooting star. Blitz. He missed. He missed.
Talk about crash and burn.
The gladiator. Here now, Ant missed. Blitz flying.
Blitz trying his own moonsault.
Off the ropes. Ant spine buster to Grace. The gladiator had his match won. There's a steel a trash can off the body of Ant. He no-sold it. He completely continued it. He's going about his business like he metal isn't. Oh, a low blow. Shotgun drop kick to Ant. Down.
Oh my God.
Cover.
He's gonna steal
Grace.
He's gonna steal it, isn't he?
One.
He's gonna steal it.
Two.
No.
Three.
Oh my God. Talk about an underdog. Talk about defeating the odds.
After hell, fire and brimstone.
My God.
Ethan Grace
Who thought?
is your world
Who thought?
heavyweight champion, pinning Mamba Ant to do it.
My God.
Oh my God. He holds up
That was insane.
in the purple and
That
gold.
was insane. Mamba Ant has to be furious. That was his match to win. And Grace with the shotgun dropkick spoiled it all.
Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for watching AWF Love and War. I will see you next week. Me and Kay will see you next time. Catch us on the Across the Pond. Grace is our world heavyweight champion, and Blitz has to also feel furious. He lost out and
both furious.
he could have won this match.
The fallen one wasn't even
But might I
supposed to
say
be
before
in
we
this
go on
match.